Alright, shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that stood in the truth of sincerity. Now, this is just a video on one of the stores in Milwaukee that's just closed. I used to go to the store all the time, and I guess after 2 weeks not going, I came back and it was closed. And that's the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because this is prophecy. This was a nice store. It had a lot of Latinos in it. It was located on the south side of Milwaukee. But this isn't the only store that's closing down. This is just an example of what America's coming to, though. When these stores close down, these food markets close down, and the more of them that close down because America's being is bankrupt, and America's putting their money into their army and their military. People are losing jobs and stuff, man. One, two, that's also soon to come. Just showing that there will be a famine. Because the more and more food stores close down, what people gonna eat, man. And this is going on over in the Middle East and in South America. They started rationing out foods at first. I think it was in Brazil. Yep, they started rationing out foods. And then it came a point where they didn't have no food. And people started eating each other and eat dogs and stuff of that nature. You had people trying to cross the border and stuff. So yeah, this this might look small, that the stores is closing down, but ultimately it's gonna be the bringing in a famine, and the destruction of America is soon to come right afterwards. So I'm gonna start with this scripture. This is you know what? I'm gonna read into the article first, and then I'm gonna bring in the scripture. It says, Sendiks food market to close West Milwaukee location. Salakia. Let's see. It said that the Sendiks in West Milwaukee is located at 1740 West Miller Parkway. It's the first of 6 locations that Sendiks is planning to open over the next 15 months. Make sure I got the right one. But yeah, it says local grocery store chain Sendiks Food Market is closing the West Milwaukee supermarket it opened less than 2 years ago. And look how fast it closed. It said the Milwaukee area grocer said Thursday the West Milwaukee store, 1740 Miller Parkway, had not been generating the financial outcomes the company needed to keep the location open. Despite a lot of hard work, ongoing investments, and the existence of the many intangibles that brought us to this location originally, we simply aren't seeing the customer traffic and results to warrant continued operation, said co-owner Ted Balistreri in a statement. The store will remain open for business through April 22nd. According to a news release, the 73 associates working at the West Milwaukee supermarket will be offered continued employment at one of the company's 17 locations, Balistreri said. Now, we don't even know if all 73 of them even got jobs. But it says the 42,000 square foot West Milwaukee Sendiks was built from the ground up and opened in the fall of 2016. It said the retailer's Miller Parkway store is part of a 4.6 acre retail development that also includes a Goodwill industry store. It said the building will be put on the market for purchase or lease, with real estate firm CBRE marketing the property. Me when I was coming to the store or even passing by the store, the store's lot was always filled with customers, man. So they had a lot of people coming to that store, man. But it's prophecy, man. The Lord said these jobs and stuff was gonna, people was gonna start, these jobs and stuff was gonna go. A lot of them was gonna go overseas. So, but it says a part of having an entrepreneurial culture is taking chances in pursuit of growth. But an equally important part is recognizing when something isn't working and then acting Balistreri says, unfortunately, the West Milwaukee location is not achieving the results we expect from one of our stores. Sendiks Food Market, owned by the Balistreri family, has grown aggressively in the Milwaukee market in recent years, expanding its footprint to new communities like the town of Brookfield last spring and adding a smaller format fresh to go location on Marquette University campus in August. However, last fall the company also shuttered its store on West North Avenue in Brookfield. Sendiks had operated that location for about a year and a half after buying it from Grash Foods. Sendiks continues to explore other growth opportunities, and we remain excited about the future. Balistreri said there are other emerging opportunities in the marketplace, and we plan to take advantage of them when they fit our profile. Okay, right. So America is shutting down, man. Even if they do so happen to open up another store or something, that's just gonna get closed down because we are at the end of this place, man. So said the Bible. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth. Right. Remember now the Creator, Yahweh Shema Shai, man. In the days that you are young. When you're a young man, you're supposed to come into this knowledge and get this understanding, man. It says, while the evil days come not. And the evil days is basically bad times for America, man. Everything's shutting down, race riots, pestilence, martial law, and then the destruction of this place, man. It says, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So you're supposed to come in this knowledge and understand this stuff when you're young, not when you get too old. Jake has a tendency of waiting until they get old to start to correct themselves. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong shall bow themselves, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, right? The jobs, man. All the jobs is leaving this place, man. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? People not gonna have no future, man. Everybody got this whole mentality of this place continuing, and you can start a life here and build and all that shit. But the Lord is taking this place out. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, right? People not having no future, and the doors be shut in the streets, right? No jobs, man. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right, the morals of the music is being brought low right before you, man. So, you're supposed to understand this truth when you're young, man. Because part of the understanding is that this place is going down. And Sendiks is one of the many stores that's closing down, man. This is a food store, man. Pretty soon all the stores going, eventually shut down. Or shut down, or there's gonna be some type of riot to where stores gonna be getting burnt down and everything, man, and that's gonna implement the famine, man. They might start rationing out food here and there, depending on the situation and the environment, but that's ultimately gonna bring in the famine, man. This was a big store. I went here for my break. I got nice selections of food, man. Nice selections of food. Nice liquor spot. The Latinos was up there keeping this place up. This is the other store, huh? The Goodwill. Slacker. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 51. Verse 17, it says, "Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem." Talking about the two Israelites, man. You blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, and those that go back to them through their lineage, man. It doesn't matter what color you are. Which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury, that has drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. Right, the Lord brought us over here in slavery, man. That was because we sinned against him. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth. Right, so we don't have no leaders out here, man. Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. Right, taketh them by the hand to tell them what? The truth, man. You know, our leaders are failing us. Our so-called leaders are failing us, man. That's why the Lord raised up his own men. You know, Jake is into all types of philosophies, man. You know, witchcraft, they do witchcraft. They're in fraternities, man. You know, they don't even want to know the fact that the Lord is black. A lot of them like worshiping these white people. It said, "These two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee. Desolation and destruction," right? So you people going to be destroyed, and ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you because you don't want to hear this truth when you were young men, man. You know, and then there are exceptions. The Lord do bring in older guys, but that's that's the spirit of the Lord, man. Whoever the Lord want, that's gonna be a part of the elect, gonna be a part of the elect, man. But you're supposed to come into this truth when you're a young man, man. It says, "Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine." So this food market closing down isn't the first food market that's closed down. It isn't the last. There's going to be multiple food markets that's going to close down soon to come, which going to bring in the famine of the word, man. And I mean the famine, Slakia. And the sword, right? "By whom shall I comfort thee?" Right. So a lot of you people going to die in the times that we're living in. This is Jeremiah chapter 11. Let me see what's going on. Verse 22, it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord," Salakia, "thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword." Right, so you people gonna be getting y'all ass gunned down in these streets, man. "Their sons and their daughters shall die by famine." So these food markets closing down is a reason why these stores are closing down, because it's helping bring in the famine. That's what's going on, man. When you see stuff like this happening, that's a help to bring in the famine. Let me see. Right, yep. So, yeah, this is a help to bring in a famine when you see stuff like this happen. But the Lord's elect going to be protected from this, man. That's why we training our bodies now, man. You know, staying in shape, eating right, fasting, going through all this affliction, all this hell to prepare ourselves for when that day come, man. The Lord going to have us. Yeah, right, that's how we have the elect. This is Job chapter 5, verse 22. "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh." Right, so we're going to laugh at this destruction that's coming to America. And at the famine, we're going to laugh also, man. Because we told y'all people this stuff was going to happen, man. The Lord said we was going to laugh at their calamities. We're going to laugh at their calamities, man. And, since we've been enduring and going through all the hell that we've been going through, the Lord going to have us in that day. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth, right? Because a lot of these animals, they're going to be starving too, and they're going to migrate towards these cities and have something to eat. So, but with that being said, I don't want to drag it out too much longer. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shema Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that were well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.